This is just one of the units inside my fourplex that I purchased with my VA loan. My name is McKeown. I'm a real estate agent and investor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I'm also a Marine Corps veteran. I've used my VA loan multiple times on purchasing multifamilies, and I post vlogs, financial content, as well as real estate content on this channel. If you're interested, make sure to like and subscribe and follow along. In September of 2019, I purchased this fourplex using my VA loan. However, it wasn't the first purchase using my VA loan. The very first purchase that I ever made was with a duplex using my VA loan, and I used it back in the summer of 2017. So in this fourplex myself, it's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, about 700 square foot unit. There are obviously 4 units in a fourplex, so I have 3 other tenants. I recently just purchased my dream home. I've been building it since the beginning of this year. If you haven't seen those videos, make sure to check those out. But I am officially moved out of here, just got it cleaned today, and looking to rent it out as soon as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and run through the numbers towards the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned so you have a general idea of not just numbers on a fourplex, but numbers specifically in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Just a disclaimer, fourplexes in every single city and every single state are going to vary number-wise, and even the purchase that I made here is very, very hard to attain just a year later. It's a very competitive market, and a ton of people want to purchase a similar property to this. So just to give you guys a quick walkthrough, we are standing in a living room, technically dining room space, even though there's not a lot of room to be dining here, and the kitchen space just back to my left here. Very minimal space. Again, this is only 700 square feet. Following through here, there are again 2 bedrooms. We've got 1 bedroom here with a very small closet in it. And right next to that bedroom, obviously, is the other bedroom. In the middle of the hallway, we do have a full bath. The one thing that I did do to upgrade this unit was add a washer and dryer unit. So this actually was a larger closet. There are 2 closets in this bedroom. It would be more or less the master of the 2 bedrooms, but I did convert a majority of this closet to a washer dryer. So as of right now, 2 of the 4 units have their own washer dryer units. The other 2 do indeed have to use a local laundromat. And the other thing that I did do to this unit, as well as another unit that I have since renovated in the last year since purchasing it, was add a dishwasher in the kitchen. This was additional cabinet space, but we went ahead and took that out and added a dishwasher. So really, this is a full livable space with a washer and dryer and a dishwasher. So going out to the back here, I did, when I purchased this house, have 1 dog, and I decided to get a 2nd dog as well. As you can see with this backyard, it is very small, but it is a private backyard for 2 of the 4 tenants. So one of the biggest things that I talk about in a lot of the investment videos I have is sacrifice. So there's a lot of folks, when they think about purchasing their first home, they want to purchase a home where they can have family over, they can have friends over, and I'll be just completely transparent here. I had so much stuff in here that I really could not host a single family member, friend, or colleague or anything in this unit whatsoever within the last year. So obviously, upgrading to my dream home, I'm super excited to have my own backyard, my own home, but it came with 3.5 years of living in similar situations to this. As I mentioned before, started with a duplex, lived in a single family and renovated it, and then last I lived in here. So really, in terms of your return when purchasing an investment property, is going to come down to the level of sacrifice that you want to make. For instance, I lived in a duplex initially that had more square feet, but I had 2 roommates. Then I lived in a single family, again, larger, but I had 2 roommates, and I was renovating it the entire time I lived there. Here, it was less sacrifice necessarily on the roommate side, but I was living in 700 square feet. There was just really no room whatsoever here to really live. I worked in 1 room with my office, and the other room was my bedroom. So you may be asking, how do you purchase something like this in your local area using your VA loan? First of all, make sure that you have a real estate agent that knows what they are doing. So the seller actually approached me personally to sell this property initially. Then as I looked into it a little bit more, it was actually a property that made sense for me not to just sell, but sell to myself. There was a ton of work that needed to be done. For instance, the foundation had about $18,000 worth of work that needed to be done, and the roof was completely shot. There was also a handful of electrical issues that needed to be taken care of, and all of those issues were issues that I was able to negotiate for myself in the contract. And the $18,000 worth of foundation work needing to get done got done before I closed on the property, as well as a little bit of compensation for the electrical issues with the property. So with me here, there are 4 units. The back 2 here were actually previously renovated with the prior owner. The unit that I was staying in, again, I added a dishwasher, washer, and dryer. This unit to my left over here ended up having an individual move out, and I've renovated that one. And there's really only 1 unit left that I have to renovate. So to give you guys a little bit of insight on my local market here and where this fourplex lies, as well as just comparable rents, I pulled rent back probably 4 or 5 years ago, and each one of a similar unit to mine was renting for $600 to $700 a unit. The previous owner, with renovating these 2 back units, were able to get a little bit more in rent. The adding a dishwasher and washer dryer to units was something I intended on doing moving forward, and I've done that to 2 of the 4 units. The individual unit that I'm going to be moving out of, I'm going to be renting for $975 instead of $700s or $600s. I've also been able to rent out another unit that I renovated for $950, and the 2 other units are renting for $875 and $850. So when it comes to numbers on a property like this, there's a lot of things that you got to consider. So first off, I would have purchased this property much cheaper if I wasn't going to get a new roof, if I wasn't going to get a foundation completely fixed, as well as compensation for the electrical issues. I also took into account that 2 of the 4 units were updated, so I really, moving forward, only have to update 2, and 1 of them I've already done. Now moving out of this unit, I'm actually paying about $2,000 a month. With my VA loan, you using your VA loan, you're not going to pay your mortgage insurance or PMI. It's going to save you a ton every single month off of your mortgage payment. I'm paying about $2,000 or $2,100 a month for this entire complex here. And after I move out, I'm pulling in about $3,600 or $3,625 a month. So if we add this to my duplex that I house hacked or bought with my VA loan, and you also add in the single family that I have, the entire unit that I have here with my fourplex, as well as the new Airbnb and rental that I'm going to be doing with my single family, I'm starting to accrue enough rental properties to really just build wealth through real estate. If you've not utilized your VA loan, or you're just not entirely sure what the perks are, I'll just give you a quick rundown on how great the VA loan is. Obviously, you can purchase a duplex, a triplex, or a quad, meaning a 2, 3, or 4 unit home. Obviously, you can purchase a traditional single family as well, but you can leverage yourself more by being able to purchase a 2, 3, or 4 unit property. I've done it already with a 2 unit duplex and a 4 unit fourplex. With your VA loan on top of that as well, you do not pay property mortgage insurance or PMI. Any other loan out there, unless you're putting a significant amount down, you're gonna have to pay mortgage insurance, which is covered by using your VA loan. On top of that, if you're not aware, a VA loan is a 0% down loan, meaning if you are worried about purchasing a house and it costing you too much, if you work with an experienced real estate agent in your local market that can negotiate closing costs for you, and then you use your VA loan, you could technically purchase a property with $0 out the door, similar to what we're looking at here. Also, just a quick tidbit, when purchasing potential properties like this, you want to look at areas that you can increase rent. So by adding a washer and dryer and also adding a dishwasher into this unit, I'm probably gonna get in another $75 to $100 a month just by adding those 2 items to each unit that I currently rent out. I do have 1 unit that's renting out for $850. Once the tenant moves out of there, I'll be able to get close to $1,000 once I remodel. Also add in the washer, dryer, and dishwasher. My expectation over time is to hopefully push the rents all the way up to close to $1,000 per unit. That'll be close to $4,000 a month for this fourplex. Initially, the rents were closer to $3,200 or $3,300 a month. By purchasing it, renovating it, and adding these little things to each unit, such as the dishwasher, washer, and dryer. It's going to allow myself to be able to just get more rent and get a better return on this property. If this is something that you are interested or just curious about doing, maybe you're super experienced and you're just ready to jump in, or maybe this is the first thing that you've come across in terms of investing with your VA loan and you don't even know what a duplex or a quad is, make sure to leave a comment, reach out to me. I'd love to help. If you're not local in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I know real estate agents across the country, and this is something that tons of veterans are doing to take advantage of real estate and the wealth that you can build. Thanks again for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. It really does help. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them down in the comments and I'll make sure to answer anything and everything that I can.